Hello everyone, and welcome to my videos on living a more Jewish life. My name is Sandy, and in this lesson, this is the second video on being able to read Hebrew. I want to be able to teach 2 letters per lesson, and you have to do 1 lesson per week. You can slow down if you'd like to. You have already learned the first 2 letters that I have taught. These are not in alphabetical order, but the first 2 I taught were Resh and Bet, and I even taught the ah sound for the vowel. If you haven't seen week 1, please go to that video that you can find in the description below for related content. After 11 weeks of lessons, you should be able to at least sound out the Hebrew, and then it's just a matter of time to practice, and eventually, like in English, you just see a word and don't have to sound it out anymore. At the end of this video, I will give you some words, and you can practice saying them, and then finding them in books and documents in Hebrew. You hopefully won't have to sound them out after seeing them enough times. So the first letter I'm going to teach you today is Pey. Pey has the closest sound to our letter P, as in potato. However, in some circumstances, it can have an F sound, such as in farmer. Pey looks like this. It was originally a pictogram of a mouth, as the word Pey means mouth. If it has a dot in the middle of it, let's call that dot a P, like the vegetable, then we will pronounce it as a P in potato. If it does not have that P, then we pronounce it like an F, as in fountain. The interesting thing is that when a Pey is at the end of the word, it looks a little differently. It will look like this. We call it a Pey Sofit, Sofit meaning final or end. The next letter I'm going to teach you is the Mem. It is a sound that is closest to our M. The symbol Mem represents water, which is Mayim. The original letter looked like waves, almost like the M in our language. Mem also has a different look at the end of a sentence, and it looks like this. With these 2 letters alone, there are not any common words that I can think of that have just these 2 letters. However, there are many 2-letter words that we can come up with using our letters Beit and Resh from last week. Here are some of them. Mar, which means mister, but it also can relate to the word bitter, or can even mean bitter. Par, which can mean bull, and then par, which means a butterfly. If you add this to the Rav and Bar that you learned last week, Rav meaning many or multitude, and Bar, which is Aramaic for son, you now have 5 words that you can make and recognize. So I will flash through those at the end. So over the next few weeks, try to look through writings in Hebrew and find the Mems and the Peys. Look to the ends of words to find how these letters look differently at the end. Mem Sofit is much more common than the Pey Sofit. See if you can find the words Mar and Par in any of your readings. Try looking in Noah, in the Torah, or look at a children's book about a farm. I hope you enjoyed, and you will see me next week for lesson 3. After next week, we'll be adding quite a bit to your vocabulary, because then we'll have 6 letters to work with. Thank you so much for watching.